Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tales from the Albright. It's our new episode, and we are here with Kate.
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Kate. I'm a senior reference clerk here at the Albright Memorial Library. You've heard me a couple of times on the podcast, and I'm excited to be back again.
And past episodes of Tales from the Albright can be listened to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or SoundCloud, and you can just search Tales from the Albright, and it'll bring those up. You can also listen to them through the library's website at lclshome.org/library-podcasts. So we are doing more Guess the Book from reviews. We switched it up a little bit today where we're going to do a bad plot summary that we have tried to make on our own, so we'll see how that goes. And then reviews that go across all of the review categories between 1 and 5 stars, because we've just been doing like 1 stars, and there are some wild things that you can find in 5-star reviews.
Sometimes the 5-star reviews are almost as unhinged as the 1-star reviews,
Yes.
if not more.
Yes, very much so.
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to start?
I will start. Okay. So I'm going to start, every time I do this, I'm going to start with the summaries.
Okay.
To see, and if you get it from the summaries, I'll be very impressed.
Okay.
Okay, first one. A man solves a mystery again.
Okay,
That's
like
all you get.
That's 5 books on my list. So
Yes, truly bad. Okay, I ordered my reviews from 5 stars to 1 star.
Okay.
So I'm going to say how many stars this excerpt has, and then I will read you the excerpt.
Okay.
Okay, 5 stars. It is a rare moment as of late that I enjoy all the female characters in a book, but this book did it for me. That's not to say the men were disappointing. I'm just a bit surprised sometimes to see fictional men and women written so well. It's refreshing.
I don't.
It could be anything, right?
Yes.
Okay, these next 2 have 4 stars. It has so many juicy elements: intrigue, love, backstabbing, money, and deception. And we are all treated to all the clues and red herrings we've come to know and love from the genre. And here's another one.
Okay.
Here's
I'm
another one.
not.
Another 4-star one. A very clever setup, a guessing game of the highest order. So many ways the story could have gone, and the attention to detail was simply fabulous.
I feel like I should know, and I don't know.
Do you have any ideas for genre?
Is it one of the mysteries?
It is a mystery.
Okay.
I will tell you that.
So, is it... My instinct is to go Thursday Murder Club, but
No.
I don't feel like it's that. No.
No, your instinct is wrong. Okay, these next 2 have 3 stars. It was good, but not quite as good as a previous installment. Title redacted. I am kind of not sure what else to say. It felt similar, as I'm guessing they all do.
Is it Death on the Nile?
It is.
I love
It is Death on the Nile. I know.
We also recorded Death on the Nile, a book discussion, for this podcast. I forget what episode numbers it is, but it's there.
So I will read the rest of these just so
Okay.
you can enjoy them.
Yes.
So this one also has 3 stars. I figured out the entire plot with 80 pages to spare. I mean, I know I'm a genius and all, but the predictability factor was poured on thick for this one. And thick is spelled THICCCC. So this person is very self-assured. Okay, 2 stars. I never fully figured out who did it in that story and was very thankful for the epilogue. I figured Death on the Nile out before any murder even took place. Very nonsensical. And these 2 sentences were back to back in the review. I did not omit anything.
I believe you. People just say words in reviews.
And then I'm going to read, I'll read 2 of the 1-star reviews that I excerpt from. Forced myself to get through a large chunk of it, but I couldn't even make it past the first murder, not to mention the super stereotypical depiction of an Italian man who was really present for no other reason than for there to be a stereotypical Italian man. Why? When was this written? 1937?
Something like that, yeah.
that.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And then this is the strangest. This one also has 1 star. This book was not for me. Just could not get over the entire premise of a heroic man saving all the dithering women from themselves and their turbulent emotions.
Sure.
From what I know of the Poirot, that's not what it is.
No.
That one I had to put that I had to put that one in there to contrast with the 5-star review.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
of course.
gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's that one. That was Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie.
Okay. So I feel like my bad plot summaries are too much of plot, but it'll be fine.
Okay.
So, okay. The house is a maze and somebody needs to try and make sense of it.
I already know what this is.
Yes.
But I'm not going to say it yet because I want the viewers to also have a chance to guess.
Okay.
I already know exactly what this is. Yes.
Yeah. 5 stars. Unfortunately, reading this book made me an insufferable person, but it also is one of the most creative and rewarding books I've ever read.
Okay, that tracks.
4 stars. I no longer trust physics.
That's also accurate.
4 stars. This book is like looking between 2 mirrors. The deeper you look into one, the more eerie it is. I can't think about it too much, or it'll be the only thing I think about.
Yeah, these are all very spot on.
Yeah.
I will say now that the book that we were talking about is definitely House of Leaves.
Yes, it is.
By Mark Z. Danielewski. Yes.
Yes.
Great
Okay.
book.
3 stars. It's like one of those very psychedelic albums from the late 60s where they do all those funny stereo effects and all that phrasing or whatever it's called. All great fun, but you still had to have good songs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that full review, if there's more.
I think there's more.
Okay, send that to me because I'm interested to know why they don't think the songs are very good.
I'll see if I can find it again at some point.
Okay, yeah.
2 stars. There is only one word to describe this book: weird. It is
Yes.
weird to the max. It
Yes.
is also confusing. The appendices are even weirder than the story itself. That is extremely weird. Another thing I didn't like was that you have to have a dictionary on hand at all times. You never know when he will throw in a big long word that no one has ever heard of.
That's part of the point.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, there are about 3 narrators in this book. There's the main narrator, there's another narrator, and there's also an editor, and all of them are the most pretentious people that you'll ever read in your life. And are any of them actually real?
Who knows?
Who knows?
And then my final one, 1 star. Not to sound dramatic, but this is the worst book I've ever read in my entire life.
That's very dramatic.
I've never read anything as pretentious, as convoluted, and ultimately pointless as this ridiculous pile of drivel. I can't even fathom how anyone could possibly find this book frightening or compelling. The story itself is a retread of the Amityville Horror, only instead of actual scary events, the big chills in this book come from the characters noticing that, one shelf in this room is an inch shorter than the other. I will never sleep again.
It's not as simple as that. It's a gothic horror. I mean, it starts off with, the inside is 1/16 of an inch bigger than the outside, but it becomes something more.
Well, not to this person.
Yeah, this person, yes, not to this person. Okay. All right, I will go next with my book. Okay, my bad summary is 4 words. A family grows up.
Is it Little Women?
Yeah. I tried to make it as vague as possible because I couldn't say like 4 girls, because then you would know right away. It is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so these 2 first reviews have 5 stars each.
Okay.
What a charming book. I can't choose a favorite character. They are all so wonderful and wonderfully human. It just makes you happy to read. And the other one is, this book is an enduring and endearing classic that will nestle its way so deep into your heart that you'll wonder if the sound of turning pages has become your new heartbeat in your chest. That's one of the most poetic Goodreads reviews I've ever heard in my life. I had to include it.
It's very heartfelt.
Yes, it is. A lot of the 5-star reviews are like that. Okay, these 2 have 4 stars each. Crisp, gloomy days and this book equals best combo ever. And then another 4-star review. I flew through this book, which I don't normally do with books that were written in the 1800s due to the language, but this one captivated me. I would recommend this book to anyone who wants a slice of life read. 3 stars. This was a cute, wholesome book. There were nice messages throughout the book that I liked. However, it is slow and not a lot happens throughout the book. For example, there will be a chapter where literally nothing happens.
Things happen all of the time. I'm sorry you don't find family gossip interesting. Like,
some
things happen.
Some people are just not into that.
I know.
This other one also has 3 stars. I just had to include it because it made me laugh. They weren't even that little. Okay, I have 1 2-star review. This treacle is a sanitized soap opera for the pious, devoid of anything resembling true human emotions, not suitable for humans over 11.
That is so mean.
People rip into the classics.
They really do, though.
They really, really do. And then 1 star, the only little thing about Little Women is the plot. It was so small that most of the time I couldn't even find it.
No.
That's not a bad thing necessarily, though.
But it has up a lot. The plot is people growing up.
Yeah. People don't like that.
I honestly thought it was going to say the only thing little about this book is the font size.
That's also true. Okay, those are all of my reviews.
Okay, my next one. The bad plot summary. Mean Girls, but make it MFA students and ritualistic.
Again, I know what this is right away, but I'm going to let the viewers guess for a few minutes.
Also, with these, I've read some of the books that Kate has chosen on her list of books for me to choose from. So I'm including my own reviews if I wrote them, because I don't remember reading them at all.
Oh, good.
Well, I remember reading the books. I don't remember writing the reviews.
Okay.
There we go.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So this is 4 stars as my review.
Okay.
I honestly have no idea what I just read. It all felt like a weird dream that I would have after drinking too much wine. This book is definitely going to stick in my brain for a long time. I think I enjoyed it, but I can't really say for sure.
That's also how I felt.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, the next one I have is a 1 star.
Oh.
I want to be the person who likes weird books, but I don't think I'm the person who likes weird books.
Okay.
Which is fair.
I can respect it, yeah. I will say that this book that we're talking about now is Bunny by Mona Awad.
Yes.
Wild ride.
Yes, it's a very wild ride.
Was it enjoyable? I think so. I don't quite know.
Yeah. Do I highly recommend it? Yes.
Do I highly recommend it? Not sure. If you want to be very confused, then I do recommend it.
Okay, 2 stars. What and who and where, and most importantly, why? Millennial girl boss Saltburn.
Okay, I guess so.
I guess
so.
Okay.
I guess so, yes.
5 stars. My first impressions are dark and bizarre. How else does one describe being indoctrinated into a pastel college girl cult that sacrifices rabbits and get slightly anatomically imperfect boys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 5 stars. I just love this book. It's such like a perverted yet unadulterated idea of what it means to be a woman in modern society or something. And the main character totally isn't a girl's girl, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Of course you do. You're the best person to ever exist.
I like that this is written in the style of one of the fever dreams from the book. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's the last one I had.
That's it for you? Okay, let's go to my next one. You might get this just from the summary.
Okay.
A college theater troupe takes method acting a little too far.
Okay. I definitely know what this is. It's one of my favorite books of all time. But like Kate has been doing, I'm going to wait for a little bit.
Yes. Okay, so 5 stars. The first one is actually from one of my friends on Goodreads. No questions at this point in time, please. ...
Yep.
Not very descriptive, but very evocative of the feeling.
Yeah. You understand it if you've read it.
Yeah. As an avid reader and Swiftie, I decided to read this book in preparation of the release of the Tortured Poets Department. It has emotionally scarred me. I need a therapist. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Beyond words right now.
That's amazing. Okay. I feel like I need to go reread it.
Yeah, I feel like I need to read this book after reading all these reviews. I tried to avoid spoilers as I went. I'm not a Swiftie necessarily, but... Okay. 4 stars. An artsy mystery sandwiched between a soap opera. If you're looking for a book that delves into the mountains of emotions you felt during your college experience, pick this book up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So the book is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio.
I have not read it, but I will after this. 3 stars. Wow, so overrated. I love Shakespeare, ... but that was all that got me through. In the end, predictable and felt like homework. It felt like homework. 2 stars. 2 stars. This one was unbelievable. Fully 5% of this book is Shakespeare quotes.
Yes.
Parentheses, about 5,500 out of the 108,000 words, end parentheses. If that much of your book is directly copy-pasted from another writer, they deserve a co-author credit.
The whole thing is that they're Shakespeare students. Like, they just study Shakespeare and put on Shakespeare plays. That's like their major.
Somehow I don't think that Shakespeare will mind. I don't think that you have to worry about that.
That's fair. That's true.
Okay, 1 star. I have 2 1-star reviews. Unless you are a theater dweeb or really love Shakespeare, I doth protest this book is terribly boring. The author very clearly wanted to write a play, ignoring the fact that plays are not fun to read. This is a very particular type of person. Sometimes you read these reviews and you know exactly what this kind of person is. And then this one made me laugh. This is also 1 star. This was like being stuck in an unsolvable escape room with the most annoying theater people creation could muster.
Fair.
You can see that? Okay. Okay.
Yep.
That's all that I have for that one.
Okay. The next one. My bad plot summary.
Okay.
Teenager has the worst time of his life after a series of disasters occur.
I have no idea what this one could be.
Okay.
Go on, please.
1 star. This book made me scared of planes.
Oh, I know what this is. I love this book. Yeah. Okay, continue.
3 stars. The drama in this is so intense, it's laughable. I have to hear about The Secret one more time, I might lose it. But other than that, the book did what it needed to do.
For a second, I forgot what The Secret was, but then I remembered. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was quite good. Yeah, give me one more, and then I'll see what it is.
5 stars. Is it just me, or would I die quickly in that forest?
Yes. This is Hatchet by Gary Paulson, which is a great book. I think it's very well written. I was reading it when I was about the age of the protagonist. How old is he in this book? I think 13 or 14.
Yeah, something around there.
I think I was reading it when I was about 11. But I loved it. It was wonderful.
I think it was a school library read for me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and then there's 1 star. Boring. Writing very repetitive. I don't like Brian. Not that there's really anything terrible about him. Mostly the lack of any sense of humor or anything particularly interesting about him. He's so basic.
The lack of a sense of humor might come from the fact that he is stranded alone in the Canadian wilderness.
And trying not to die.
And all he has is his hatchet, and he doesn't even have the supplies from the plane until later. No. He literally, all he has is the hatchet and his wits. I'm sorry, did you want like a Hawkeye Pierce to be stuck in the middle of the forest?
Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls, that would be funny.
3 stars, this is my last one.
Okay.
You hear a lot about the hatchet and almost nothing about his windbreaker. A small injustice, perhaps, but I do admit Hatchet and Windbreaker is a worse title. No notes, 3 stars.
Hatchet and Windbreaker. Oh gosh, that got to me. I don't know why. I do remember exactly what he does with his windbreaker at one point, though. He uses it to store berries, I think.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right. Okay, I've got one more. I've got another one.
Okay.
Here's the summary. Enemies to lovers plus meet cute plus absurdity equals happily ever after.
Okay.
5 stars. This was so good. I did not expect to have so much fun and laugh out loud multiple times, not to mention literally staying up late because I had no idea where the plot was going to go and got too excited.
Okay, I think I know what this is.
Okay.
I'm going to wait for one more to
Okay.
say anything.
Here's a 4-star review. It has a lot of vitality to discharge, but the plot devices are lame. The evil character who causes all of the mayhem is little more than a talking head.
Is it Much Ado About Nothing?
It is Much Ado About Nothing. Yes, and now that people know what it is, this next one might make you laugh. 4 stars again. My students keep calling it the thing the Sydney Sweeney movie is based on and prevented me from delivering my lecture on the Christian eschatological dimensions of the rom-com genre. Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty good.
I didn't realize that movie was based on it until I saw like a review.
I think I've seen
after.
one poster for that movie and then forgot about it.
Yeah.
But that's I'll have to look
See,
it up.
because
after
when I
this.
think about Much Ado About Nothing, I just think of the David Tennant, Catherine Tate version.
I think of the Emma Thompson, Kenneth Branagh one first because I've watched that
Yeah.
one. But I also think that one comes second.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 stars. The banter carries this one because otherwise the plot is pretty average and the character's motivation is rather questionable at points.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
2 stars. TBH, I did not have fun with this. I felt like my brain was melting between scene changes and everything so very predictable. Another 2-star review. Overall, all conflicts are resolved too soon to milk their full comedic or dramatic potential. I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't agree with
because
that.
he had about 4 or 5 things going on.
Yeah, and
And
also
he, wrapped them up pretty good.
the like play itself is always like 2.5 hours long.
Yes.
Like,
the
you
play
don't
is
want
quite
it-
long. You don't need more. No, we're okay. Okay, I have 2 more that are 1 star each. I don't like ye old English or studying foreign languages, which, reading this, felt like at times I was not reading English. That's a very, very common
high school,
criticism.
yeah.
Very common. Yeah, there were a lot of high schoolers for this. And I do understand, I will just say, I understand Shakespeare can be very difficult if you've never encountered him before.
Yeah.
But, keep an open mind. It's easier if you listen to it or watch it
Yes.
first.
Well,
Much
because that's how it
easier.
was meant to be
Yes,
seen. So.
yes, yeah. Once you watch it, you really get the feeling more so. Because when you're just reading it, it's hard to, And then this one made me laugh because this is also definitely a high schooler. 1 star. I would not recommend this book to any of my friends. I'm definitely a better friend by not recommending this book to them. They will thank me later.
Oh my.
Yeah, so that was Much Ado About Nothing.
Okay, my next one.
Okay.
My bad plot summary. A guy likes to experience new cultures and ways of life unlike anything he's ever known.
I have an idea, but go do a couple
Okay.
first.
3 stars. So no Jack Black?
Wait, now I'm confused. Now I'm thrown off. Go, continue, please.
4 stars. A novel-length diss track.
Wait, now I'm also confused because I thought that I knew what it was. I thought that it was the Odyssey.
No.
It's not? Wait.
No.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
This one has stumped me.
4 stars. Kinda silly, kinda goofy, kinda makes you think about humankind and how horrible we are.
I don't know this at all. Please.
Okay, 5 stars. With snark to rival Mark Twain and bathroom humor to rival my brother, the book is an interesting read.
I'm completely blanking. I don't even remember what I put on my list, to be honest with you.
Okay, I'll read. I have one more, and then
Yeah.
if you still can't get it, I'll tell you.
Okay.
2 stars. A biting 17th century satire disguised as a playful telling
Yeah.
of a man's travels through strange worlds.
Okay, yeah, now I
A
know.
slog of a classic. Fun for the time, though, I suppose, but like, how sad, right? Made exceedingly better and digestible by a good afterward/analysis. No one is safe from Swift's commentary, not even you.
Yeah, this is Gulliver's Travels by
Yes.
Jonathan Swift. Yes, this Jack Black threw me off so bad because I forgot that he was
In the live
movie.
action, yeah.
Yes, I completely forgot that that movie exists. Great book, by the way. Kind of dense if you get one with the original formatting where many of the words are capitalized. But I mean, when a book opens with a guy complaining about his neighbor because his neighbor thinks that his horse is a better politician than he is, you know you're in for a wild ride. This book is awesome. Yeah, it took me a while to get that one, but I really do enjoy it. It's a classic. Here is my last one.
Okay.
And I know for a fact that you will get this directly from the plot summary.
Oh gosh, okay.
I wrote this plot summary specifically because of conversations that we
Oh
had.
gosh. That's kind of scary to me.
4 strangers trauma bond in a woefully misrepresented New England city.
Is this the woman in the library?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alyssa has complained to me that the depictions of Boston are not at all accurate. Shops exist in the book that don't exist in real life. Places are in different locations. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And I understand that it was a defining factor in your difficulty when it came to enjoying the book.
Because I was like, yay, fun Easter eggs of
Yes.
like Boston. And then the way things were described is not how they are. And it bothered me.
Yes. Okay, so let me read the reviews just for fun.
Okay.
5 stars. There is a saying that you never really understand something unless you could explain it to your grandmother. I couldn't, but I got enough that I enjoyed it. 3 stars. I picked up this book because it seemed to be a biblio-mystery, as indicated by a blurb on the front cover, a treat for readers who love books about books. Well, there are very few books in this story.
That's fair.
Yeah, because it's like a book within a book, as I could understand when I was reading through this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one made me laugh as well. 3 stars. This was a bit of a slog, but I powered through because I'm unemployed. Heart emoji.
You know, you have to be occupied.
You do. Yeah. Yes, you do.
Something to keep your spirits up while you're applying for jobs, which is awful.
Yes. 2 stars. I couldn't get lost in this book because the author kept reminding me that she was making it all up.
That's fair.
That I understand, yes. 1 star. I have 2 reviews for this one.
Oh, gosh.
Hated this book. Maybe I'm a Boston snob because I live here, but it seems like the author has never been anywhere close to Boston.
Yes.
So you are not alone in feeling this way.
I'm not alone.
You have solidarity with this individual. My last review for this was also 1 star. Really didn't like this one. There were so many typos, which gives me major ick. Also, there was just way too much going on. Worst part, my dog chewed on this library book, so now I have to buy it. Unamused emoji.
I don't know where they see the typos, though. Like, I wonder if they just think the Australian spelling are typos.
That could be it. I was thinking maybe it was an advanced reader copy.
Oh, that too.
But if this person mistakes Australian spellings for typos, then that's a whole different story. And that is a problem that we cannot solve.
That's a probable explanation for it, though.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about it like that.
Okay, my last one.
Okay.
Bad plot summary.
Yes.
Dystopian Eurovision, where showmances become real and people die.
I know what this is. Yes. Please continue.
Okay, this is another one of my reviews.
Okay, good.
4 stars. I have conflicted feelings on this book because I really enjoyed the plot, but I hated the main character. It was strange.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. I'd like to know your further opinions on that later.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not meant to be threatening. No. I'm just like, I'd really like to know why you thought that. Meet me out back later.
No, I knew you meant like straightforward explanation.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 stars. This book was not that great, but the showmance was funny, and it made a kid cringe so hard he had to say something to the teacher about it.
Okay. That's always the mark of a good book, when you have to say something to your teacher, like genuinely. Yeah. When it makes you think, it makes you have to say something. Yeah, those were always. It makes you have
to like think about what you're reading.
Yes, and those were always the best conversations in school.
Yeah. 1 star. I'm not above middle school fads.
Okay.
Yep.
I will say what this is real quick. This is The Hunger Games, isn't
yes,
it?
It is.
By Susan Collins. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. 5 stars. This is my formal apology to the main character. I'm so sorry for calling you a cringy pick-me girl when I had only ever watched the movie. Obviously, I was sorely mistaken because the screen could never do such a complex character justice.
I understand that. Yes. It's been a while since I read this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand.
I feel like I read it when we were closed here for
really?
COVID. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I haven't read it in about 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was really good when I was reading it. Yeah.
3 stars. This is my last one. Mm-hmm. Katniss is such a Jo March, champagne problems, and midnight rain girly. She's everything Taylor Swift writes about in her songs about women who just want their freedom and independence. Also, PETA deserves the world.
That like completely bamboozled me. Interesting. Jo March, champagne problems.
And midnight rain.
Yeah. One of the reviews.
I can see it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the reviews, I forget which one. The entire text of the review was Alexa, play Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift. I don't remember which one it was, but yeah, that seems to be a theme. It may have been Little Women. I don't know.
I think it most likely would
it
be
probably
Little Women.
was. It probably was. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
all right. Well, that's
all I have.
Okay. All right. Great. Who won? I think you did.
I don't know.
We weren't keeping score.
We should keep score next time.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how long it takes for us.
Have a little like counter.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be great. Yes. A little abacus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have any final thoughts or anything?
Well, I will say that it was kind of difficult to write bad summaries for books that you haven't read.
Yes.
I just did what I could from the reviews, and I also didn't want to give too much away. But it was fun to have to be creative like that. Yes. Yeah,
it's definitely one of the ones that like we definitely had to think and like try and get the information and make it into our own.
Yes. Yeah. And there are a couple of books on your list that I would be interested in reading. Yeah, for sure.
Same.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching today or listening if you are listening to the audio version while you go about your day. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at aloney@albright.org, or you can call the library at 570-348-3000. Thank you.
Thank you.